Good morning, Elementary West friends and family. Can you believe it is already the first Friday in September? I can't. It is going by very fast. I wanted to give you a heads up about some things that we have on the docket coming up real quick for our students. First of all, next week, obviously we have Monday off, but on Tuesday we will begin our map testing. And map testing is a way for us to figure out where our students are academically, and so that we can create instructional opportunities for them to thrive within the classroom. Um, at the end of this presentation, I'll have some links that you can go to that will give students a time they can practice the test. You can see what it looks like. You can practice the test if you would like. And I'll also give you some tools that if you know your student's RIT, and if you're like, what is our RIT? That's the number or the score the students get from the map test. And based upon that, we create lessons, but there's a RIT ranges or score ranges that like I said, at the end of this presentation, I'll have links that you can go to once you know what their score range is, and they can start practicing. And they're fun interactive games that they can do, or little lessons that they can do online to keep them engaged. And so take some time at the end of this presentation to browse those documents that or those links that I have provided at the end. So map testing will start next week, and it will go through the entire month of September. That does not mean they're testing the entire month of September. In fact, they will only be testing for a small window of that time, but the window that we're using for the entire building, because we have so many students, is the entire month of September. I'm going to do a little side note for families that sometimes in the media and sometimes on Facebook or when I'm reading things in blogs, there's a misconception that we test students too much, and there's been studies put out that that actually isn't the case. They don't feel over-tested. It's the adults who feel like we're over-testing, because if I say we're testing for a month, they think, oh my goodness, they're testing for a month. Well, the students aren't actually ones testing for a month. That maybe that the computer lab might not be available all those times during that time, but we're certainly not over testing students. And we're using this information really to provide, like I said, dynamic opportunities for our students to learn and thrive within the classroom. Other assessments that we have been doing already this year, like the BASS assessment through their Fontes and Pinnell, those are very short and quick little assessments, and it's just they read to the teacher, or if they do a fluency check, that they're sometimes minute probes, and so the students, they feel like they just get to read out loud, or they get to do a little math activity with their teacher one-on-one, so they're getting a lot of attention with the teacher, and the teacher is learning a lot about the student. The Latin for assess means to sit next to, and literally I've been walking down these halls and seeing these teachers sit next to the students and listen to them read or do a math activity with them, so that they can walk alongside them as they develop their learning practices around the students' needs. So it's very exciting. I have enjoyed it very much. Another thing coming up in 2 weeks, on the 13th, 14th, and 15th, is our curriculum night, and I really want to invite you to come to that. First grade will be on the 13th, and that will be from 6:30 to 8. Parking is always a challenge. I'll make sure our staff, we park in the back, but it will only be first grade for East and for West. But we really want to try to discourage you from parking on Gages Lake Road, just for your safety and the safety of others. So if you can find a parking spot up in the front parking lot that is not handicap, unless you have a handicap tag, we would really appreciate it. So the 13th is first grade from 6:30 to 8, and the 14th is second grade, same time frame, and third grade is the 15th, same time frame, 6:30 to 8. And we are looking forward to having you. I've been stopping in during with the teachers during their plan times, and I am seeing them trying to create engaging presentations for you, so that you will get a sense of what is actually occurring in our classrooms each and every day. And I'm just really proud of the staff that we have here. You've got a really great group of teachers that all of the students get to visit with. If at any point that you would be, hey, I would love to see my son or daughter or my niece or nephew in a blog with Mrs. King, I am looking for volunteers. I would love to do some interviews with them, but I need your permission. And so if you've listened to this blog for the past 5 minutes, it is your opportunity to send me an email or a text. You can text me at area code 512-672-9907, or you can email me at the district link. It's vking@dist50.net, dist50.net, and say, hey, I'd love to see my son or daughter in one of these. And it would just be a fun interview. And I actually think they would really like it. They've loved seeing me in the classrooms and taking silly pictures with them, but I think that they would love your permission to be a part of an interview if that could happen. All right, well, like I said, stay tuned because right after this is over, I'll have the links for those map practice, and I would challenge you to take the map practiced as well. Thanks so much. Bye.